My name is Ola, and 2 years ago I contracted bacterial meningitis. I live in southern Maryland, and as far as I knew, there was no outbreak. I had no idea how I caught it or who I could have gotten it from. The symptoms hit me hard: debilitating headaches, confusion, exhaustion, nausea, and complete loss of appetite. But it wasn't until the hallucination started that I knew something was seriously wrong. Lying in bed, too weak to do much else, I heard a voice from downstairs. A child's voice, soft but clear.
Mom?
I don't have kids. Every nerve in my body froze. I forced myself up, staggering to the stairway, calling out for my husband. Toby? No answer. The pain from just standing was unbearable, so I crawled back to bed, convincing myself I was imagining things. But then, again, I heard it. This time, closer. Hello? My hands shook as I grabbed my phone and called my husband, Toby. My voice cracked as I told him I was hearing a child's voice inside the house. I knew it wasn't real, but it felt real. Too real. He could hear the fear in my voice and left work early to take me to the hospital. While I waited, I struggled to change out of my pajamas. A wave of nausea hit me, and I stumbled to the bathroom, barely making it to the toilet before throwing up. As I knelt there, weak and trembling, I heard another voice. This time, it was different. It was deep, male, right outside the bathroom door. I couldn't make out the words, but I knew someone, or something, was there. My vision swam as I gripped the edge of the sink, gasping for breath. I was losing my mind. Toby arrived just in time. He helped me into the car, and we sped to the hospital. The doctor confirmed my worst fear: bacterial meningitis. If left untreated, it could have been fatal. I was admitted immediately and given antibiotics through an IV. The first night in the hospital was a blur. My body ached, my head felt like it was splitting in two, and I drifted in and out of consciousness. Toby stayed as long as he could, but had to leave for work the next morning. That night, I had a dream. A dream so vivid, it didn't feel like a dream at all. Brett was sitting beside my hospital bed. Brett was my ex-boyfriend from college who died from a car accident 8 years ago. His hand stroked my forehead gently as he whispered,
I came as soon as I saw Toby leave.
I tried to speak, but my mouth wouldn't move. He leaned in closer.
You know I never liked him, right? You were mine first. You will always be mine.
He kept stroking my hair as he spoke. His voice was low, breathy, and unnatural.
I should have never let you be with him. I want him gone. I need him gone.
I felt paralyzed. My mind screamed, but my body wouldn't move. Then, just as suddenly as he appeared, he stood up and walked out of the room. When I woke up, I sat straight up in bed, heart pounding and my hospital gown drenched in sweat. My throat was dry and I gasped for air. Something wasn't right. The chair beside my bed, the one Brett had been sitting in, was pulled forward as if someone had actually been sitting there, but I was alone. The next morning, when the nurse came in, I told her about the strange dream. She frowned. That wasn't a dream, she said. Your cousin Brett visited you last night. I felt the blood drain from my face. I don't have a cousin Brett. Her expression darkened. Well, someone who said they were your cousin Brett came to see you and asked me to take a picture of you two together on his phone. I felt the horror deep within me looking for my phone. When I located it, I grabbed my phone with shaking hands and opened my recent text messages. There was a message from an unknown number. I opened the text and attached were the photos the nurse took of us. With fear running through every inch of my body, I managed to text back asking, how and why were you at the hospital? You have been dead for years. Is this even Brett? The message delivered, but no reply. I sent another one. Whoever you are, I heard everything you said about Toby. If you come near me again, I'm calling the police. Minutes later, my phone buzzed. A response.
The photos do not lie. We will be together again soon.
My hands clenched around my phone. I texted back, "Stay away from me. I mean it." No response. Then minutes later, the unknown number along with the pictures and text messages disappeared off my phone. I never told Toby about what I heard in my fevered state. I never told him about my deceased ex-boyfriend or the chair that had been moved in my room. Because to this day, I don't know what was real and what wasn't real.
Haunted by this experience, Ola is now constantly looking over her shoulder with the feeling of someone or something watching her. Her life will never be the same.
Thank you for checking out Sinister Stories for You channel. If you love our spine-chilling tales and terrifying horror stories, don't forget to stab that subscribe button, murder that bell icon so you never miss a new horror-filled adventure. Your support helps keep the nightmares coming. Please comment below and let us know what kind of twisted, sinister stories you want next.